It is 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of January. The wind is hammering ice against the bedroom window, and somewhere down the holler, a tree lets go with a crack like a rifle shot. The lights blink once, and then the whole house goes black and quiet. No furnace fan, no refrigerator hum. Just the cold settling in and a freezer out on the porch holding a whole hog and a summer's worth of garden food, all of it starting a slow thaw in the dark. Now, half the folks on my road have a generator sitting out in the shed for exactly this night. And here is the sad truth about that. When the big ice storm of 2009 took the power off this mountain for 11 days, most of those generators would not start, and a good number of the ones that did start were hooked up in ways that could burn a house down, put a family to sleep for good, or kill a lineman working up the road. But a generator is not a complicated machine, and using one right is something anybody can learn in an afternoon. So today I am going to walk you through the whole thing, the old careful way, and stay with me all the way to the end. Because the reason most generators refuse to start on the one night you need them comes down to one specific thing gasoline does inside that little engine while it sits in the shed. The fix takes about 60 seconds and it will not cost you one dime. I'm Roy Mullins. I'm 59 years old, and I live on the 40 acres at the head of a holler in eastern Kentucky, where my people have farmed since the 1800s. I spent 22 years as an electrician in the coal mines before I came home to run the old home place, and wiring, engines, and backup power were my bread and butter down there. Everything else I know came from my mama, Opal, and my papa, Harlan, who raised a family on this mountain with no electricity at all. Now, the trouble with generators is not the machine. The trouble is what happens after folks buy one. They run it for a weekend after a bad storm, and then it sits in the corner of the shed for 2 or 3 years. The next ice storm rolls up the mountain, and there they are in the dark at midnight, pulling that starter rope until their shoulder gives out. And even when the machine runs, most folks were never shown how to use it. I have watched a neighbor drag his generator inside the garage to keep it out of the rain, and that mistake takes lives every single winter. I have seen a fellow plug his generator straight into the dryer outlet in his wall, and that mistake can electrocute the lineman trying to get your power back on. And I have watched good people ruin a $700 machine in one night by hanging half the house off of it. Meanwhile, think about what is riding on this. $300 or $400 of food in the freezer that goes in the trash after a long outage. Water pipes in a hard freeze, and one burst pipe costs more than 10 generators. So, we are going to take this from the top, from where you set the machine down to how you put it away, and keep that gasoline business in the back of your mind, because when we get to the end of this video, that one piece of know-how is worth more than everything else combined. Now, everything I'm about to walk you through today comes out of the book me and Brenda put together. It is called Save $9,000 a Year, the Appalachian Homestead Manual. It is the old mountain systems my family has used for 3 generations to feed a household and run a home on almost nothing. Written out plain, step by step. The garden system, the pantry, and the putting up, the root cellar, the smokehouse, the kitchen, the power, and the water. Those methods together save our household better than $9,000 a year, and backup power has its own place in that book, written out the same plain way I am teaching it here. The book is $17 right now, marked down from $47, and the first method you try usually pays that $17 back inside a month. Now go ahead and grab your phone and open up your camera, the same one you use to take pictures. Point it at that square code on your screen and hold it steady for a second. A little link will pop up, give it a tap, and it will take you straight to the book. And if you are watching on your phone right now, the link is waiting for you right down below in the description. Take your time, there is no rush at all. I'll wait right here. Alright, let's get this machine set up the right way. Step 1, where you set that generator down. This is the one rule in this whole video that is written in blood, so listen close. A generator never runs inside. Not in the house, not in the basement, not in the garage, even with the big door wide open, not on a closed-in porch. The exhaust coming off that little gasoline engine carries carbon monoxide, and carbon monoxide has no color and no smell. It will put a sleeping family under before anybody knows a thing is wrong. And every winter storm season, it takes more lives than the cold does. So the old careful rule is this: the generator sits outside at least 20 feet from the house. That is 20 feet, not 5 and not 10. Point the exhaust away from every window and every door. If the weather is ugly, set an open-sided canopy over it, the kind you would take to a church cookout, so long as air moves free through all 4 sides. A little rain on the housing will not hurt that machine near as much as exhaust in your kitchen will hurt you. And while you are at the hardware store, spend about $20 on a battery-powered carbon monoxide alarm and put it in the bedroom hallway. Take your time picking your spot. There is no rush. A level patch of ground, 20 feet out, exhaust pointed at the woods. That is the spot. Step 2. Know what your machine can carry. Every generator has its size printed right on the housing, rated in watts. A common home machine runs somewhere between 3,500 and 7,500 watts. Now here's the part the label does not explain. Anything with a motor in it, a refrigerator, a freezer, a well pump, needs a big gulp of extra power for the first second or two while that motor spins up, sometimes 2 or 3 times its running number. A refrigerator that runs on 700 watts might want 2,000 watts just to start. So you do not add up the whole house. You make a short list of what truly matters: the refrigerator, the chest freezer, a few lamps, in winter the blower fan on the furnace if you have a proper hookup, which we will get to directly. My papa ran a whole household on muscle and firewood, and you can surely run one for a week on the essentials. Write your short list on a card, add up the running watts, and keep the total under about 3/4 of what your machine is rated for. That headroom is what handles the starting gulps. Step 3. Hooking it up, and this is where folks get hurt. There is a shortcut floating around where a man makes up a cord with 2 male ends and plugs the generator straight into a wall outlet, or the dryer plug. Around here, the old linemen call that a suicide cord, and they named it right. Power from that cord runs backward through your panel and out into the lines on the road, and the lineman out there in the ice storm working to help you has no idea those lines are hot. It can kill him. It can burn up your generator when the power comes back, and it is against the law besides. So there are exactly 2 honest ways to do this. The first way costs almost nothing. You run heavy outdoor extension cords from the generator through a window or a door cracked over the cord straight to each appliance, and the cords matter. You want 12 gauge, outdoor rated, and as short as reaches. 12 gauge. Remember that number because the skinny cords in the bargain bin will cook themselves under a refrigerator load. The second way is a transfer switch or an interlock installed at your breaker panel, which lets the generator feed a few chosen circuits with the main breaker shut off so nothing runs backward. I wired my own, but I spent 22 years doing that work. For most folks, a licensed electrician puts one in for a few $100s and it is money well spent once. That is the whole safe list. Heavy cords or a proper switch, nothing else. Step 4, starting it. Do this in order and do one thing at a time. First, check the oil on the dipstick every single time because these little engines will shut themselves down or ruin themselves without it. Second, make sure nothing is plugged into the generator yet. A generator always starts with no load on it, bare naked, nothing hanging off it. Third, open the fuel valve. Fourth, set the choke on if the engine is cold. Fifth, pull the rope or turn the key. Let it run and settle for 2 or 3 minutes, then ease the choke off. Now you add your loads one at a time. Plug in the biggest motor first, usually the freezer or the refrigerator, and let it start and settle. Wait a minute. Then the next one. Then your lamps. One at a time with a breath in between. That is the rule. Dump everything on at once and the machine bogs, the lights brown out, and something gives. And keep remembering that gasoline has one more trick left to play on you. We are getting close to it. Step 5, living with it through the outage. 2 things here. First, refueling. You never pour gasoline into a running generator, and you never pour it into a hot one either. Shut it down and give it 15 minutes to cool, because gasoline splashed on a hot muffler can flash into fire right in your hands. Shut it down, wait 15 minutes, then fuel it. Second, stretching your fuel. The freezer does not need power every hour of the day. A full chest freezer holds safe for about 48 hours if you keep the lid shut. And a refrigerator holds several hours the same way. So, in a long outage, we run the generator a few hours in the morning and a few in the evening and shut it down between. The food stays cold and 5 gallons of gasoline stretches across days instead of hours. That is how mountain folks ride out a 2-week outage on the fuel other people burn in 3 days. Then the sky clears, the lines get mended, and the porch light comes back on. And this is the moment that decides everything, because what most folks do next is exactly what killed all those generators back in 2009. They drag the machine into the shed full of gasoline and forget it. Here is what I promised you at the start. Gasoline is not one single thing. It is a blend, and the lightest parts of that blend start evaporating away within a few weeks of sitting still. What stays behind slowly thickens into a sticky brown varnish, like the ring in the bottom of an old syrup jug. Inside your generator's carburetor, there are brass passages with openings about the size of a broom straw, and that varnish settles right into them and sets up hard. Come the next storm, fuel cannot pass, and no amount of rope pulling on God's green earth will start an engine that cannot drink. That is the whole mystery. Not a worn-out machine, just spoiled fuel in a tiny brass throat, and the fix costs nothing. When you are done with the generator, let it run and reach down and shut the fuel valve off while it is still running. The engine will drink the carburetor dry and die on its own in a minute or 2. Now there is nothing left inside those little passages to turn to varnish. Pour a capful of fuel stabilizer in the gas can besides, and once a month, pick a Saturday and run the machine 15 minutes, 60 seconds of shutting a valve, and your generator starts on the first or second pull 10 years from now. Now folks, pay attention here, because that right there is the part everybody gets wrong, and that little piece of know-how is one page out of the book me and Brenda put together. The rest of Save $9,000 a Year, the Appalachian Homestead Manual, works the same way. Plain step by step, the old methods that feed and run our household for better than $9,000 a year saved. It is $17, down from $47, and I reckon the fuel you save just cycling that generator right will pay it back before spring. Now go ahead and grab your phone and open up your camera, the same one you use to take pictures. Point it at that square code on your screen and hold it steady for a second. A little link will pop up, give it a tap, and it will take you straight to the book. And if you are watching on your phone right now, the link is waiting for you right down below in the description. Take your time. There is no rush at all. I'll wait right here. So that is the whole of it. Set it 20 feet out, carry only the essentials, hook it up on us, start it bare and load it one at a time, and always run that carburetor dry before it goes back in the shed. If you go out this weekend and get your generator running and put away right, come back and tell me how it went. I read every single one. Next time, I am going to show you how my pawpaw kept a whole winter's worth of food cold with no electricity at all, using nothing but a hillside, a shovel, and the way the earth holds 55 degrees year round. Y'all take care now, and God bless.